So good morning folks, hope you're all well. I'm just out on a little day trip and I'm heading over towards Dunoon. Just out myself. I know it doesn't look that way, I think that's about 5 or 6 in front of me. 5. Although one passed one a minute ago there and their panniers nearly clipped, there was about an inch between them. So I was glad I didn't witness that incident if it had happened. Whoa, them panniers were about an inch apart there. Could have been very dodgy. So no, it's a lovely day today, 20 degrees. It's a holiday Monday actually. And I just thought, I'm heading out on the bike. So this is me 2 years on my full licence now. Been able to ride whatever CC I'd like. 4 years almost riding in total. Since I was 23 months riding on the CBT on the 125s. So 4 years behind bars. I actually put a video out about, must be about 3 years ago now, 1 year behind bars. I just totally forgot about year 2 and year 3. So year 4 just gets better and better every year, if I'm honest. You travel some truly spectacular roads and with stunning scenery around them. Well, I try to most of the time. Not always practical. So these guys just passed me a while back there and I decided to just tag along behind them. We're all going the same direction, so it's unavoidable really. So I hope they don't mind. And there we go, roadworks again. Nice selection of bikes the guys have got there. The Z1000 Kawasaki definitely caught my eye. Always been a fan of the SX models. But I've never owned one yet. So this is us just heading up the Rest and Be Thankful. And here's hoping that the snack van is there, because I'm dying for something to eat. And it's nearly lunchtime. I've heard Big Zedhead say quite recently there that you'll get the best rolling sausage maybe in the country. Don't know if he said the world. At this snack van up here, so I'm willing to try that out. I don't know if that maybe means the best roll with the best scenery around you while you eat it or not, because it is pretty spectacular around here.
Same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. 'cause the other ways will show. We're gonna make the footsteps on our own. That life can wait just for a while. That life can wait, so take that aside and just go on.
There we go. Lunchtime. With a view. And my bike's parked in amongst the bunch in the middle. But wow, what a day. It is beautiful. At the rest and be thankful. Well, that was lovely. Zedhead, you were right. Maybe. Although my favourite one is actually in your hometown. Or it's in Paisley. And it's called License to Grill. And if you order a roll and lorm, aka square sausage, and you want a torty scone on it, aka potato scone, tatty scone, whatever you want to call it, you get two. They give you two. And it's like, I'm sure it's $2.80, which is pretty cheap. I think that was $3.75 there. But it was lovely. And you've got to take into consideration that guy's got to drive there with his 3.5 ton van, Tony's snack van, every day in order to feed people. So $3.75 is a steal. And to be fair, anywhere I've eaten since being at the ABR has felt pretty cheap, if I'm honest. Although we're going out this Friday for dinner to a place called Buck's Bar in Glasgow. It's my son's 18th. It's Jack's going to be 18 on Friday. Can't believe it. 18. Oh, back to Buck's Bar. Wow. It's a chicken restaurant. All they serve is chicken. Fantabulous, so it is. Absolutely awesome. The first time we were there, it was like about £100 for the three of us. But the last time we were there, I think it was £90. So it's getting cheaper. Although it all depends on how many cocktails Mrs. Diehard has. Because Donna Diehard likes a cocktail or three. So I'll probably have a couple of drinks myself. Jack can legally have a drink if he requires. Although he's not really had much practice, to be fair. Unlike me, who's been drinking since I was about 13. Then around the ages of 15 maybe, I was drinking a bottle of vodka a weekend. I'd half in with one of my mates on a Friday night, and I'd do the same on a Saturday. So we were tanning a bottle of vodka a weekend at 15 years old. Shocking. Then pretty much actually, as soon as I got my driving licence at 17, drink wasn't as appealing to me. Sex was. And that is mostly down to the wife staying about, I don't know, 8 miles away or something. Nah, 6 miles maybe, something like that. No direct bus, no direct train between our homes, so it was taxis or I was driving. And I like to drive. When I was 17 at least, I liked to drive. Now it's just a convenience. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But no, Jack, what a boy. He first appeared in this world in July 2006. He was 6.5 weeks premature. I can't remember his weight. The wife would tell you. But he was pretty tiny. And if I'm honest, I didn't even know babies could be born that early. But they can. So he was in a little incubator, sadly, for the first few days of his life. And before I knew it, I had my best pal living with me. And it was great. More so, the wife used to work on a Saturday and I'd have the wee man and we'd go out in the car with the buggy in the back and we'd go to Glasgow Barras Market, various parks. And then as he got older, well, when he was 4, fast forward a few years, he got his first stunt scooter. Non-engine powered, the ones you push with your legs. And that was him hooked. He loved the skate park. There's a skate park here in Blantyre. Although it wasn't actually here when I was growing up. It appeared in the mid-90s, maybe late 90s. I've got 2 nephews and they were into skateboarding as well growing up. So they used to do a bit of skating in the park and stuff. And I can remember always thinking, if I ever have a kid, I hope it's a boy. And I hope he rides a skateboard just like his dad. But no, it wasn't meant to be. He could ride it a little bit. He had the balance to not deck it, unlike a lot of adults. Are you one of those? Did your parents ever have a shot of your skateboard growing up and instantly fall flat on their back? No, it's a very skilled affair. More so than riding one of these, actually. Although there's more common sense involved, or required, to ride one of these. I stopped riding the skateboards back when I was about 16 maybe. Then I started again when I was 35 for a short spell. It didn't take long for Jack to get bored of his local skate park. So I used to take him on what we call the Scottish Skate Park Tour, and we'd go to various parks all across the country. And it was awesome. Then after a while I thought, I'm going to get my skateboard out. Just got bored standing about watching them, you know. I thought I can still roll. So before I knew it, I was dropping in on 5 and 6 foot bowls and half pipes, and it was awesome. Then I was through at Evolution Skate Park in Stevenston in Ayrshire, and I fell on this roll-in, but you just rolled in. It had no coping, so you could roll in on it, and I decked it onto my left shoulder onto, it was from about 6 foot onto concrete surface, whack, and I just lay there and felt like a bit of a tit. But I got up eventually. A few kids came and checked that it was okay. Probably not my own. So I could skate the rest of the day. Then later on in the afternoon I thought I'm going to try this again and roll in at the exact same bit. And the exact same outcome. Decked it again, falling 6 foot onto my left shoulder. So second time was sorer. And I definitely done damage to it, because it's sort of haunted me since. And that's going back to 2015, I think. Yeah, that would be right, 35. And now I'm 46, sadly. So no, the wee man just loved the scooters, the stunt scooters. It was like Christmas and birthday. What do you want for Christmas, Jack? What do you want for your birthday? Oh, can I get a new deck for my scooter? Or can I get a new set of bars? New wheels? All that sort of stuff. And he was obsessed. And I was quite happy, because he liked to be outside. He wasn't really a gamer. He was more a gamer when he was like a toddler than he was as an older child. And now he's just not a gamer whatsoever and doesn't play any PS4 or Xbox or anything. Unlike his dad, right enough, who was heavily addicted to gaming as an adult. But it all stemmed from as a kid. I always had the Nintendos and the Segas and all this growing up, and they were quite good. I was still an outdoorsy child, you know. I still was out more than I was in from school, dump the bag and away out again. Grab a bag of chips for dinner or something, you know. See if you get home for your dinner. You know, the years have flown. I've noticed since hitting 40 back in 2018, I've just felt the years have just flew by. And this is a thing people say as they get older. So it's important to get off your bum and get out there. Check out the sights. And if you can do on 2 wheels, do it. So before you know it, you won't be 18 anymore, son. In case he's ever watching this. And you'll be an old dude like your dad. You might be riding motorbikes by then. I had no interest in riding bikes at that age myself. We had a scare a few years back there, just around COVID times, with Jack. Or just before, or around the start of the year, January 2020. The end of January, I'm sure it was. We had Jack in for an MRI scan that he gets because of another condition he's got. I won't go into that, otherwise it'll be a 10-hour video. But they do regular MRIs on him. And here he gets this one, and the guy calls us in and says there's a mass on the brain, and your stomach, heart, everything just drops when you're told that sort of stuff about any loved one, I imagine, but more so your only child. So he had a cancerous, or they done a biopsy, so he's got a little drill hole in his head. Done a biopsy, he said it is cancerous, sadly. So he was booked in for 25 sessions of radiotherapy to the head and spine. The spine was more of a preventative measure. So he started his first session of radiotherapy the week before the first ever lockdown here in the UK. And 4 years on, he's all good. He's done very well. The radiotherapy really knocked it out of him. He could barely walk and stuff, and his speech was slurred, and just because he was getting it on the head, you know, it affects quite a lot of things. You've got a lot of things going on in your head and your brain. But it worked. They managed to shrink the tumour and get it to vanish, which is still amazing to me. So they know what they're doing, this NHS mob. So there was times back then you thought, is he ever going to see his 14th birthday, 15th birthday? And now, as it goes, he's coming up for 18. He's been working now for about a month, or over a month, because he's been paid. And he's just bragging he's got money all the time. But he does share it now and again. He bought me a bag of cookies from Greg's the other week there. More than likely he took it back off me when I was sleeping. Not a chance. So I'll leave you to this, folks. Don't know where I am, but take it easy. Cowell and Butte, Dunoon, Rothsay, Clyde ferries. That's the sign I missed coming up. Clearly. What a plonker. But not to worry. As I said, no such thing as a wasted ride out. 22 degrees and beautiful. So leave you here, folks. Peace out. Take it easy. Cheers for watching. Adios.